Hi Sagittarius, I'm Ronique and welcome to Scorpio Soul Time. I hope you all are doing well. Welcome to your July 2024 tarot reading. This is where we're going to look at the astrological energies of the month of July and see where it is you are, on track or off track with your goals for 2024. Wow, you have a lot of cards being kind of jumpy today. So you have really great opportunity here, Sagittarius, to really take a look at the last 6 months in those summer solstice videos that I did. You can look 6 months ahead of time, June until December, and then those mid-year check-ins that looks from January to June. I'll leave the links below for both of those. Really good way for you to see where you are at. Now, Sagittarius, if you haven't already subscribed to Scorpio Soul Time, I would love if you would. Great way to always check in. I have a new video every single day, so always look to Scorpio Soul Time for getting caught up on all your astrological and tarot needs. If you ever want a tarot reading, I do have a link in the description box below, and it will take you to my website, scorpiosoultime.com. You'll get all the info there. All right, Sag, let's get into it. You start off the first week of July with the 9 of Pentacles in the reverse, 5 of Swords in the upright. Second week finds you with the Queen of Cups in the reverse, as well as the Hierophant in the upright. Now, I think that Taurus actually just got the Hierophant, I believe, in that same position, either Taurus or Gemini. So if you have any placements, take a look at theirs too. 4 of Pentacles, that third week of the month, as well as the Justice card, Libra energy there. So you have Libra and the Hierophant so far as major arcanas. Last week of July, Page of Swords in the reverse, and the 3 of Pentacles also in the reverse. Okay, interesting energy, I think, because it seems like there is some type of conversations not going the best way that very first part of the week, and it feels like there's some kind of conversations around justice, being treated fairly, holding tight to your resources, working with others. So keep those themes in mind as you move through the month of July. But let's first ask Spirit to send you a card representing the energy that you are bringing out of the month of June. Spirit, if you can send Sages a card representing the energy they're bringing into the month of July. And you have in reverse the 9 of Wands. So the 9 of Wands is that card of so much weight on your back, carrying a heavy burden and load, having to feel like you are at the end of a cycle and just ready to be done, looking over your back like, when am I going to be finished? This 9 of Wands in reverse, though, does suggest, Sagittarius, that you are feeling a lot better. You are feeling not so burdened as you come into the month of July, and maybe you were able to get rid of some of the heavy burdens earlier in the springtime, and now that you are moving through summer, this is feeling a lot lighter. You're feeling a lot better about where you are going, and you, in fact, I feel like you've gotten rid of all of those wands and now you're ready to move forward. So I'm glad to see that energy, Sagittarius. I do think that that's really important as you move into any new month, is being able to let go of what you just came through, but we all know that's not always possible. So let's go ahead and pull an overarching theme card. It's going to be an oracle message from Spirit. Spirit, if you can send Sages a... Oof, that was not a clean cut, so let's try it again. Send you a message. And you have the Ace of Earth. Very, very timely, I think, for you all, Sagittarius, because I do think that there is this feeling of like money conversations happening. And I love how it says the inflow of abundance, a promising business venture, important documents or contracts. So for many of you all during this month, it's going to be a month of new ideas, new conversations, and they're all tied to prosperity. Many of you all could be either taking on a new career or job, leaving behind the old. I love this card also because with that 9 of Pentacles and 5 of Swords, as you start the month, it's almost like you're leaving behind the doubt of not feeling worthy, and you're now stepping into a new you and leaving the haters behind. That's what I just heard, leaving the haters behind. So love to see that, Sagittarius. So as I'm looking at your cards, as you know, the month as a whole, what I do see is that there's some kind of strife or conversations around people around you that may not go the way that you want them to. I do feel like you've been questioning whether you want to remain with this company or whether you're making enough for where you are in your career. There's these conversations as you move through the month, and it feels like by the time you get to that second week with the Hierophant and that third week with the Justice card, something feels amiss. Something feels either unfair or, like I said, some people are feeling either not treated well or not just being treated all equally. That's what I'm hearing. Like equality seems like it may be an issue here that third week of the month. And then by the time you end the month, conversations with groups of people are going to be happening. And I feel like that 5 of Swords and this 3 of Pentacles both are indicating groups of people. So pay attention to that this month, Sag. I think there's going to be a lot of conversations with people around you. We start off the month with Neptune retrograding in Pisces on the 2nd, as well as Mercury entering Leo on the 2nd. Now, we did end June on the 29th. We did have Saturn begin its retrograde in Pisces. So we're now into retrograding season. And by the time we end July, we'll have Chiron joining the retrograde party. So pay attention here around people not being for your highest good. People may be using your words against you, meaning like you're in a meeting or you're with a group of people and something maybe you said in confidentiality to someone else comes up, or it just feels like there's something messy going on with people around you and you start questioning, do I even want to be around these people? Is this job really worth it? I really feel like your reading, Sagittarius, has a lot to do around your self-worth, around the people that you are surrounding yourself with at work, especially with that Ace of Earth, that 9 of Wands, kind of being tired of all of the like I just heard shenanigans of the past. So keep that in mind. The July 5th, we do have a new moon in Cancer. So at that new moon is a really good time to check in with your emotions and set new intentions for what you want intuitively, emotionally for the future. I do feel like this Hierophant card points towards Taurus energy that second week of July. We do have Venus entering Leo on the 11th, and then we'll have Sun in Cancer sextiling Uranus in Taurus on the 18th, which could be good family prosperity news coming in. So this Hierophant could be your job announcing some type of new bonus structure or some type of new opportunities to level up in your company, or you're thinking about how to be leaving this company and leveling up on your own in your own business. Something around you feeling intuitively connected could come in during that second week of the month when we do have that new moon in Cancer. Now, by the time we get to third week of July, this is when we have Mars entering Gemini. I think during this time, though, it's going to be interesting because Mars in Gemini is more of a forceful conversation. I do feel like this Justice card in reverse, it feels like you're not thinking things are fair from either a money standpoint. People around you are making you feel like this isn't there's like lack of equality, like I said before. And that Four of Pentacles, though, feels like you're trying to hold on so tight to either this job or your idea of what this job should be. And then you're like physically, though, seeing that this is not the job that you want. I do think that this is going to be a wake-up call for many of you Sagittarius. There is some kind of conversations once Mars moves into Gemini that you're like, you know what? I'm going to start like a second thought or second glance at people than I did in the past. And when we have that Capricorn full moon a day later on the 21st, I do think many of this news comes out. I do think that at that full moon, remember we already had a Capricorn full moon, so by the time we get to that full moon, be prepared for some information to really come out. And I do think by the time you are ending the month, the sun enters Leo on the 22nd, Mercury enters Virgo on the 25th, and then we have Chiron retrograde begins on the 26th. When we have Mercury entering Virgo and the sun entering Leo, I do think that there's going to be this opportunity here for conversations around your money with groups of people. Your boss could ask you and a group of colleagues, your opinions on the company or the company culture. It feels like there's some type of news that could come out that you are like, second guessing whether or not you really want to keep moving in the same direction with the organization. So keep that in mind, Sagittarius, because I think it's going to be like, I think this is going to be a month of big news coming out. I think it's going to be this thing where it's like around money, but it's around groups of people. And it feels like it's either like your colleagues, the organization as a whole, but it feels like by the time you're moving through the month, you are much clearer on how you want to proceed into August once you get through this month. So I think it's going to be a pivotal month for you, Sag. Let me know how it goes. Drop me a note in the comment box below. Let me know, what are you looking forward to in July, and what are you looking forward to like getting out of and getting rid of old probably jobs and people you don't want to be around anymore. So let me know in the comment below. All right, talk to you later. Bye.